Michael Schumacher's son Mick is his 0-WN man as key difference highlighted by Damon Hill. Former F1 world champion Damon Hill has pointed out what he feels is the main difference between Mick Schumacher and his father Michael in their early years in the sport. Schumacher Sr. won 7 Drivers' World titles, a figure matched only by Lewis Hamilton, and his son hopes to one day have a few trophies of his own after following his father into F1. It was immediately obvious that Michael Schumacher had an enormous amount of talent as he made his debut with Jordan for the 1991 Belgian Grand Prix, qualifying 7th ahead of his veteran teammate. He then represented Benetton for the rest of the campaign and the following 4 seasons, the final 2 of which yielded his first championship titles. 30 years later, Mick's debut season with Haas in 2021 was underwhelming, but that was nothing to do with his own ability. He simply did not have a car which was capable of scoring points. One man in a position to talk about both with some authority is 1996 world champion Damon Hill. He and Schumacher were fierce rivals in the mid-1990s with little love lost between them as they gave everything they had to beat one another on the track. And now, Hill works as a pundit for Sky Sports, where he has been keeping a close eye on the latest member of the Schumacher family to race in F1. He says the younger of the two has a much different personality compared to his father when he first entered the sport, and believes there is a lot more to come from a young racer who has not yet had the chance to prove himself. He's had a chance to learn without too much expectation, and that is the big problem, Hill told Express Sport. There is a lot of interest in him, but he seems to be his own man, which I like. He speaks for himself, and I've only heard good things from the team. He's a hard worker and he understands the principles. He will need to be in a more competitive team at some point, but he's been very much hidden away at the back. Mick has grown up a lot in the States, I think, so he is perhaps a little more worldly than his dad was when he was starting out. On the other hand, Michael, Hill adds, was much more of a closed book and rarely wanted to put his true self on display for the whole world to see. I was not very close to Michael. Well, I got very close to him on the track, but Michael was quite difficult to know, he continued. The documentary which came out showed why he possibly had this faceless front that he put on when he went racing. I saw a few glimpses of the nice guy on occasion, but I think we were worlds apart in terms of our mindsets. Mick Schumacher will continue with Haas in 2022, and will hope his team can give him a more competitive car so he can begin to fight for points.